You have been told a lie, a convenient and comfortable lie, repeated through generations. You have been told that a connection is built like a house, brick by brick, with logic, reason, and a demonstration of value, that a woman's heart can be won through a checklist of accomplishments. Your looks, your job, your financial statements. This is the path of the fool. It is an attempt to purchase an internal state with external things. And a Stoic knows this is impossible. Let us begin with a truth that will liberate you. A woman does not fall in love with your resume. She does not fall in love with your face, or your wallet, or even your personality as you present it. She falls in love with an experience, with an emotional imprint left upon her soul. Love, to her, is not a logical conclusion. It is a storm, a force of nature. An emotional state so powerful that it reshapes her reality. You could be the most rational choice in the room, the safest, the most loyal, the most accomplished. But if you do not stir the waters of her emotional world, you are nothing more than a ghost. You will be forgotten faster than yesterday's news. The untrained man hears this and attempts to create chaos. He tries to manufacture an emotional roller coaster, believing that manipulation is the key. This is another profound error. He is still trying to do something to her. The Stoic understands a deeper principle. You do not create the storm. You must become the calm, unshakable center of it. Your presence alone must be an experience. How? By embodying the very things that create a powerful emotional imprint: mystery, challenge, and depth. Your mystery is not born from playing games. It is born from having a purpose greater than her approval. When your life is dedicated to a mission, you are, by your very nature, unpredictable. She cannot know your next move, because your next move is dictated by your principles, not by her expectations. Your challenge is not born from arrogance. It is born from your standards. You are a man who knows his own worth, and you do not give your validation away freely. You challenge her, not with tests, but with the quiet expectation that she must meet you on your level. Your depth is not born from clever words. It is born from a life of discipline and self-reflection. When a woman is in the presence of a man like this, a man who is a world unto himself, who is calm in chaos, who does not seek her approval, but invites her to witness his purpose, she feels something. She feels the presence of strength, of integrity, of an unshakable soul. That feeling is what she falls in love with. You do not create it for her, you simply are it. And that is an experience she will never forget. You have learned that your presence must be an experience, a reflection of a man with an unshakable inner world. But what happens when that presence becomes a weight? When the man of purpose becomes the man in pursuit? Consider this. Have you ever sent a text and then waited, watched the clock, felt that slow, burning anxiety crawl up your spine as minutes turn into hours? In that moment, you have surrendered your inner citadel. You have given the keys to your own peace to someone else. You have begun to chase. Let us be clear. Chasing is not a sign of affection. It is a sign of desperation. It is the action of a man who has lost his own center, a man whose mission has become a woman. This is a fatal error in judgment. Here is a fundamental truth of human nature, a law as old as time. We do not value what we already possess. We crave what we might lose the moment a woman knows she has you. The moment there is no doubt, no mystery, no tension. Her brain relaxes, and when her brain relaxes, The intoxicating storm of attraction begins to calm. The man who chases is always there, always available, always texting first. He offers his attention so freely that it becomes worthless. He is like the wind, constantly blowing around her, demanding to be noticed. But a woman cannot build a life with the wind. She seeks the mountain, a man of value, a Stoic. Does not chase, he leads. He is the mountain, stable, unmovable, grounded by his own purpose. He lets others come to him, not out of arrogance, but because his own path is so compelling that it creates a gravitational pull. His time is scarce, not as a tactic, but as a reality. He is busy building his empire, whether that empire is a business, a skill, or the fortress of his own character. His unavailability is not a game. It is a consequence of a life lived with intention. This is what creates mystery. This is what creates tension. She wonders what he is doing. She wonders what he is thinking. She wonders if she is on his mind. Precisely because she knows she is not the only thing on his mind. This is the paradox. The moment you stop making her your purpose is the moment she might begin to want to join yours. So, you must stop, reclaim your own soul, anchor yourself so deeply in your own mission that her validation becomes a welcome addition to your life. Not the center of it. Let her be the one to wonder. Let her be the one to reach out. Do not be the wine that chases. Be the mountain that stands. And let her begin the climb. You have learned to be the mountain, stable, unmovable, grounded in your own purpose. But a mountain is not merely defined by its stillness. It is defined by its ability to withstand the tide. Let us speak of the great epidemic of our time, the nice guy epidemic. You have heard women say they want a nice guy, and so, countless men contort themselves into a performance of agreeableness. They believe being nice means saying yes to everything. They believe it means never disagreeing, never leading, never, under any circumstances, standing their ground. They mistake this for kindness. This is a profound misunderstanding of virtue. What they are performing is not kindness. It is weakness. A man who never challenges you cannot be respected. A leader who always bends to the will of others cannot be trusted. A Stoic understands this. True kindness is not born from a fear of conflict. It is a choice, made from a position of unshakable strength. Here is the secret you must understand. A woman is not drawn to physical strength alone. She is drawn to emotional strength. To the man who does not flinch under pressure. To the man who does not beg for approval with his actions. To the man who is so secure in his own inner world that he can walk away from anyone, even her, if it violates his principles. This is why the Stoic archetype is so magnetic. He is not reactive. He is not swept away by the chaotic tides of another person's emotions. He remains calm in chaos. When she tests him, and make no mistake, she will test him. It is not a malicious act. It is a subconscious search for stability. She is the tide, crashing against the rocks, asking a silent question: are you strong enough to stand? Or will you break like all the others? The man who operates from a place of weakness folds like wet paper. He becomes angry, or defensive, or desperate. He has failed the test. The unshakable man does not even see it as a test. He simply remains. His calmness is not a tactic, it is his nature. His refusal to be swayed is not a game. It is his integrity. He is the anchor in her emotional storm, A woman does not need another friend who will agree with her. She does not need a therapist who will analyze her. She needs an anchor. A man who stands firm when everything else in her world, including her own feelings, is shifting and uncertain. Do not strive to be nice. Strive to be a man of virtue, a man of strength. A man who is kind, not because he is afraid to be otherwise, but because he has chosen it. Be the unshakable man. Be the anchor, and you will find that she will never want to leave the safety of your harbor. You have learned to become the anchor, the unshakable man who provides stability in a world of emotional chaos. Now, you must understand why this is so powerful. You must understand the great illusion of love. The untrained mind believes that we fall in love with reality. That a woman falls for you because of who you are, what you do, or how you treat her. But the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught us a profound truth 2,000 years ago. It is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about things. We do not experience reality directly. We experience our perception of it. And here is the hard truth you must accept. She is not falling in love with you. She is falling in love with the story she has created about you in her mind. Psychologists call this cognitive projection. The Stoics called it fantasia, our impression of the world. When a woman meets you, she is not experiencing the raw data of your existence. She is experiencing you through a lens, a perception shaped by her past, her insecurities, her desires, and her subconscious beliefs. This is why a man can seem incredibly attractive one moment and boring the next. The man did not change. The frame around him did. The perception, the story, has shifted. And here is where most men fail. They allow this narrative to be written for them. They let it develop randomly, shaped by her whims, her moods, and the chaos of circumstance. They become passive characters in the story of their own value. Once she mentally places you in the safe and predictable category, the story is over, and so is the attraction. The Stoic is not a passive character. He is the architect. He does not control her mind, that is outside of his domain. But he understands that he can control the inputs. He can control the evidence he provides for the story she is writing. He does not manipulate her perception, he shapes it with the raw material of his own unwavering character. How? By becoming the source of emotional contrast. A life of purpose has moments of intense focus and moments of calm reflection. This natural variance is fascinating. By being unpredictable, not by playing games, but because your actions are governed by an internal code of principles, not by a desire to please her. She cannot always know your next move, because your next move serves your mission. And by embodying scarcity, your time and attention are valuable because they are finite resources dedicated to your purpose. She must earn them, and therefore, in her perception, they have immense value. You do not create an illusion. You live with such integrity and purpose that the perception she naturally forms of you is one of strength, value, and depth. You do not control her mind. You master the reality you present to it. You are the architect of perception. You have learned to architect perception. You understand that the story in her mind is the reality she feels. But after the emotional highs, after the mystery, after the chase, what remains? When the storm passes, what is left standing? There is one final truth about connection that overrides everything else. At her core, a woman does not stay with a man simply because of how much she desires him. She stays because she feels safe with him. I do not speak of physical safety. That is the bare minimum, the price of entry. I speak of something far more rare, far more profound, emotional safety. The deep, subconscious certainty that when she is with you, she is protected. Protected from the outside world. And protected from her own emotional chaos. A Stoic understands nature. And it is in the nature of the feminine emotional world to be fluid, a tide of passions, fears, joys, and uncertainties. This is not a flaw, it is a force of nature. The untrained man is terrified by this tide. He tries to dam it up, to fix it, which makes her feel invalidated, or he allows himself to be swept away by it, becoming just as chaotic as she is, proving he is no anchor at all. Both paths lead to ruin. The Stoic becomes the lighthouse, unshakable, consistent, a fixed point of light in a raging sea. This is where the true power of your practice is revealed. The strongest men are not cold or distant. They are not emotionless, they are consistent. A woman feels safe when she knows you will not break under pressure. That you will not lash out when things go wrong. That you will not let her emotions dictate your emotions. This is the ultimate test. When she is emotional, when she is irrational, when she tests you with a storm of her own making, most men will fail. They will try to solve her feelings with logic, or they will meet her chaos with their own. Both actions kill attraction because they scream instability. The right move is to do nothing, but to be everything. Be calm, be present, be firm. Hold your ground with quiet, compassionate strength. This does not mean you tolerate disrespect. It means you show her, through your unwavering action, that no matter what storm she is going through, you are the one constant she can rely on. Your calmness becomes her sanctuary, your stability becomes her refuge. And when a woman realizes she has found this, when she knows she has found a man who is an unshakable emotional anchor, the bond transcends desire. It transcends love. It becomes a bond of absolute trust. She will not just love you. She will not just desire you. She will never want to leave you, because at the end of the day, all the games, all the attraction, all the passion are secondary to this one ultimate truth. The man who can provide a true sanctuary for her heart is the man she will give her entire world to,